break it down for you. So let's assume that you own your family home. You bought it a couple of years ago, and in today's market, your family home is worth, let's say, $800,000, right? And you have a 400K of mortgage left to pay on that home. Now, technically, did you know that the bank will allow you to borrow up to 80% of the value of that home? Meaning that 80% of 800K is 640K. Right? So that means that your usable equity is actually the difference of that value versus the mortgage, meaning that that is your usable equity, which is 240K. Now, what the bank will allow you to do is that they will allow you to borrow, to use that as a deposit in order to purchase your investment property. So let's say you want to buy your investment property here, right? You can use that 240K as a deposit and purchase the remaining amount through financing, right? So technically, you could even go up to 1 million of an investment property here, right? Because 20%, 240K, 20% of that, you can borrow 80%. That means, technically the value of the home can be up to 1 million. Now that's one way to do it. You could even do it a better way. You could, instead of buying just one investment property, you could get actually two. So the way it works is that instead of using that whole chunk into one investment, you could actually, let me change that. So you could split it into two different amounts. Right, so let's say you want to do 120K here and 120K here, right? So then effectively you would have two investment property, each with a mortgage, each with a deposit of 120K, and the rest you can then borrow from the bank, right? So you can see here that you split it into two. So you have two different investment property plus your family home. That means 3 properties. Right.